This is KCTV English News. I'm Nick Brontes. The provincial government is spending 1.2 billion won through the end of this year to establish what it's calling a smart city integrated platform. Officials want to upgrade the capabilities of the surveillance camera control center to provide a better integrated response to crime, disasters, traffic problems, and other emergencies. In the case of crime, surveillance videos and photos of the suspect, as well as information about his or her escape route, will be transmitted to 112 and 119 situation rooms in order to coordinate emergency responses within the so-called golden time. The upgrades will also improve emergency response times by the police and the fire department to situations involving children and the elderly if authorities receive alerts through a cell phone or a similar device. Over 7,500 people on the island have applied to take the College Scholastic Ability Test for the 29 academic year next Thursday. The exam will be given in 10 locations in Jeju City and 4 in Seogwipo. It begins at 8:40 a.m. on the 15th, but test takers must be in their designated testing rooms by 8:10. The Provincial Education Office will organize a team to inspect test venue preparations. The team will inspect the general locations as well as the specific testing rooms, along with the equipment that will be used for the listening portions of the exam. Jeju Air flew its 10 millionth passenger of the year on Monday. That's 43 days earlier than last year, when it hit the milestone for the first time ever in December. Domestic flyers account for 39% of the total in 2018 at 3.91 million passengers. Jeju Air made its maiden flight in June 2006. It is expected to hit a cumulative total of 60 million passengers by the end of the year. The provincial government is running a public search for the island's top tourism businesses. Companies registered as tourist attractions, transportation companies, accommodations, travel agencies, and restaurants may apply for the designation through Monday if they have been officially in operation for over 1 year and if they are based in Jeju. Application review is the first step in the designation process. That will be followed by on-site assessments, and then an evaluation committee will make the final determinations. The designations will be valid for 2 years, beginning in January. The Jeju Tourism Organization has released a list of the top 5 autumn travel destinations in Gujaub, as chosen by the residents there. On the list are Andol Odum in Songdangni, Darangshi Odum in Sewari, Jongdali Cafes, Bijarim in Pyeongdaeri, and the carrot fields all over Gujaub. Meanwhile, Songdang Store, a community-run business, is running a Guja photo contest through November 18th. The provincial government released plans in September to reduce the number of rental cars on island roads. The plans hinge on voluntary participation by car rental companies, and that has so far been hard to come by. Mike Laidman reports.
This is a local car rental agency, one of the few which recently made the tough decision to join the province's efforts to reduce the number of rental cars. Participation is purely on a voluntary basis, with no subsidies or benefits offered by the province. However, this particular agency has agreed that some adjustments are needed to the number of rental cars on the island.
저희 업체 입장에서는 이 총량제가 잘 시행이 돼서 우리 업체분들과 또 도의 어떤 교통 정책에 맞는 이런 부분들이 원활하게 잘 됐으면 하는 바람에
The provincial office has been receiving applications for voluntary participation in the car reduction program following the rental car quota system, which was put in place in September. 53 local agencies have submitted their plans to phase out 1,500 cars. This means that 42% of the island's total of 120 rental car agencies are planning to cut 1,500 combined cars from their fleets, 20% of the 7,000 car goal set by the province. The reduction efforts are mainly being driven by small and mid-sized companies. Among the 53 agencies that have pledged to join in the car reduction policy, 36 of them, 70%, are small companies with between 101 and 200 cars. None of the rental agencies that run more than 700 cars have applied to participate. Of note, the two biggest rental car companies on the island, running more than 2,000 vehicles apiece and accounting for between 7 and 8% of the total number of rental cars, have made no motion of interest in the program. To meet Jeju's ambitious rental car reduction goal, these two leading agencies would have to cut at least 1,000 cars between them. The province is considering issuing a driving restriction order to companies that fail to submit their plans to cut their number of cars by the end of the year.
도민의 어떤 교통체증 해소를 위해서 적극 협력한 감차 업체의 어떤 선의의 어떤 손실을 저희들이 이제 보존하기 위해서는 감차를 안 한 업체에 가지고는 저희들이 이제 행정에서 할 수 있는 뭐 예를 들면 차량 운행 제한이라든가.
The car reduction effort is a part of the rental car limit system, itself based upon the recently revised Jeju Special Act. However, at the moment, chances of success are looking slim, and it's going to take a concerted effort by the biggest players on Jeju to see real change. Mike Lademan, KCTV.
Hallin Park is exhibiting over 10,000 flowers in its annual Chrysanthemum Festival. Nothing new temperature-wise Wednesday, while skies will remain overcast all day. For more, here's your forecast. The morning low in Jeju City will be 14 and the afternoon high 20 degrees. Temperatures down south in Seogwipo will fall between 15 and 20. In Seongsan, the low before lunch will be 14 and the high later on 19 degrees. Similar temperatures are expected across the island in Gwosan. And the morning low at higher elevations like Songpanak will be 9. The afternoon high 14 degrees. Taking a look at the marine forecast, winds will be out of the northeast and east at 7 to 12 meters per second, and seas will be between 1 and 2 meters. And here's a look ahead. That brings us to the end of today's newscast. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you'll tune in next time. Until then, find us online at eng.kctvjeju.com. 시청자 여러분, 고맙습니다.